Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my gaming brothers and sisters. Holy crap! The internet is all a kerfuffle again, because why wouldn't it be when Ubisoft comes out today announcing the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows? It's been delayed. It's been delayed, and a lot of that has to do because, well, poor sales on its behalf, and also poor sales on Star Wars Outlaws. Yes. Are any of us surprised? No. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, because we're going to get into it, but I also know how the internet works. Some of y'all are going to be like, Boomy, you're so sexist and racist. Listen, before you even start with that, just stop. Just stop yourself, because I'm not, and you're an idiot. So, yes, let's continue in this. It has nothing to do with any of that crap, and I will show you why. So let's get into the announcement. Let's get into what they've had to say about it and how they had to change their projected earnings for things way lower than what they had actually projected in the first place. Now let's get to this Variety article that has to talk about Ubisoft coming out and saying, hey guys, we gotta delay this because #reasons. Here in the Varieties article, it says the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed to February 14th of 2025. And there are some out there, my friends, who are saying, my goodness, don't you know what February is? Because there has been a big, giant kerfuffle, right? Ubisoft has chosen to choose a character in this game, Yasaki. I am horrible pronouncing names. I can't even pronounce my name half the time. But this is an actual character that did actually exist in history, as you'll see here. Jesuit priests wrote down that yes, this dude back in yonder day did exist. There's not much known about him, but Ubisoft's like, well, that's why we like him, because it's an open-ended story. Now, here's my biggest thing in that. We're just gonna get done with it right now. Listen. I have zero problem with them putting people of color in games. I have no issue with people putting females in games. None whatsoever. Just make sure the story is good and accurate and it does justice to every single character out there. Other than that, don't preach, don't come up with an agenda, and we're all good. Unfortunately, the gaming industry is finding itself in spades these days because, well, they just don't listen. And I think Ubisoft just didn't read the room on, on this one as well. Someone should have said, guys, listen, a lot of people are looking at all these games underneath the microscope and they are just looking for something to hate. Because the last time I saw the trailer video for Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's not looking good. There's 122,000 dislikes to, I think, like 22,000 likes. It's not good. People are not happy. Ubisoft, you didn't read the room. I think, and I was thinking about this today, going, if Ubisoft, who is known for making great Assassin's Creeds, this is like their baby, right? This is their main flagship series IP. They are known for making amazing Assassin's Creed game like Odyssey, Valhalla, Syndicate, and all those others. They are known for doing their homework when it comes to historical references from the culture. They do a great and amazing job on this one. This one, I kind of feel like they just didn't read the room and everything. And so now they're kind of paying for it with the backlash that has been happening all over the internet. I think if Ubisoft really wanted to do a great game with people of color and whatnot, they should have went right to the source, right to Africa. They should have gone through the great warrior tribe of the Zulu nation. Talk about amazing, rich history. They're great warriors, great history. That would have been amazing. I would buy that in a freaking second because I think that's awesome. I think there's so much you can pull from there. Instead, they took an obscure character that actually maybe kind of did exist and put it into a game, into a modern world, to where we're kind of like, dude, listen, people are looking for everything to hate on your game. Why did you do this? Let's get back into it. The game publisher Ubisoft announced the news Wednesday, citing a weak performance for the new title Star Wars Outlaws and lower than expected profit in the current quarter as the deciding factors in pushing the next installment in the Assassin's Creed franchise. The delay comes a day after PlayStation revealed its Ghosts of, I'm going to butcher this, Tsushima, and sequel Ghosts of Yoti, which has a similar historical Japanese setting to Assassin's Creed Shadows, will debut in 2025. Listen, I'm not saying millions of people aren't going to buy this game. I think a lot of people will buy this game. It's not going to be what it used to be with Valhalla, with Odyssey, and all the other ones. Listen, when I played Odyssey, I loved playing Cassandra. That is, I think, is a great character, well-rounded character. Eivor, I thought, was an amazing character. I loved Valhalla, mainly because, well, my ancestors literally invaded England. I can trace my people back. I am a Viking. I have Viking blood in me. So, of course, I leaned toward this game and loved everything it had to do with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I loved it. Odin be praised. And I think I did justice to the culture there. I think I did justice to the Greek culture there, to the English culture in Syndicate, to all the other ones. This one, I understand why a lot of the Asian gamers and Asian cultures aren't very happy with what Ubisoft is doing. But Ubisoft's committed, my friends. They are very committed to doing this game. In fact, at one point, they went to the New York Times to complain that it was the players' fault for not liking what they were doing. And usually when a gaming company does that, it pretty much means, well, it's their fault and not us, the players' fault, because, well, reasons. But let's continue with the article. They also said, while the game is feature complete, the learnings from the Star Wars Outlaws release led us to provide additional time to further polish the title. This will enable the biggest entry in the franchise to fully deliver on its ambition, notably by fulfilling the promise of our dual protagonist adventure with Naoi and Yasuki, bringing two very different gameplay styles, which I have no problem with. I think that's fine, but again, you didn't read the room. They also said, additionally, Ubisoft says Assassin's Creed Shadows will be available on Steam on launch day, a break from the company's current strategy, and that it will break from Ubisoft's typical Season Pass model, as all players will be able to enjoy the game at the same time on February 14th of 2025, and those who pre-order the game will be granted the first expansion for free. Which I guess is cool. That's awesome. Everyone loves a free DLC. I do as well. But I think what we're seeing here with the Star Wars Outlaw stuff and how it had weaker sales, and obviously you're getting weaker sales from our pre-order sales for Shadows, you're seeing that Ubisoft is scrambling. They are freaking out because, like, why don't people want to buy our product? Why aren't people liking our stuff? Maybe it's because you're not making stuff that people actually want to play and buy. Just saying, that could be a thing, which kind of goes into why they had to change the projection of net bookings for their quarterly updates, because that happens, right? You see that right now, all these days, especially with the economies that we are in, especially in the United States. You know, no matter what the news tells you, our economy is a bunch of shit right now, and you can't afford anything. And so what are the first things to go? Well, the luxury things are to go, and that's usually games and stuff like that, outside of the, you know, your bills, your rent, your mortgage, you know, your kids' stuff. Games are the first thing to go. So a lot of gaming companies are having to tighten their belt. And I have a prediction that Ubisoft, after this, is going to have to tighten his belt like crazy, and I'm going to show you why. Right here it says, along with Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaw news, Ubisoft revealed Wednesday new financial guidance for the fiscal year, including lowering net bookings for the full year to approximately 1.95 billion and down to 350 to 370 million in net bookings for the second quarter. In other words, what they're trying to tell you is what they expected for people to buy and for the money to come in is not coming in. So, in other words, they have flops on their hands. Listen, Outlaws might look pretty awesome, look amazing. I've seen gameplay of it. I don't personally have it, so I don't have too much skin in the game on that one, but I have played a few Assassin's Creed games. But what this is telling me right now is they are hoping for big successes, and that's not what they're getting. So that's why they had to lower their projections on their net bookings on this, on like, well, this is what we pretty much think is going to happen. Oh shit, that's not what happened at all. Oh my god. So people at Ubisoft, they're scrambling. They're scrambling to figure out, in their world, why is this happening? I can give you a big reason why this is happening. A lot of times when this happens, gaming companies are producing a game that the gamers, their clients, the people who pay them, don't want. But yet, these days, these gaming companies, and there's no shocker that so many are shuttering their doors, so many people are being laid off, is because they have to tighten their belts, because a lot of gaming companies are putting out flops of games. We don't see these triple, quadruple A games, which honestly, I think that title is kind of ridiculous. But we don't see these amazing games coming out anymore to where everyone's just like, oh my God, this is the best game ever. We're seeing games that are coming out that are broken. We're seeing games that are coming out that are just way overly preachy, way over agenda driven. And we're just like, as gamers, we're sitting here going like, dear God, just give us a fucking story that we want to love and enjoy, and we just want to, relate to and sink our teeth into. But yet, sometimes I feel like the gaming companies are trying to cater to a very small minority, very loud minority of people out there, some of which don't even play the games, but they want certain things to be in their games, which, hey, I don't care. Like I said, I think Assassin's Creed or Ubisoft would have done amazingly well if they had gone the route of doing like a Zulu-inspired Assassin's Creed. That's where I stand on that. I would have put my money in there immediately all day long on that one. I would have loved that, to see what Ubisoft Assassin's Creed would have done with historical African culture in that time period. I would have been all over that all day long. But I think when it comes to this, when it comes to, the lower than expectations, which is just another word for the flop and failure of a game, and for Shadows that hasn't even come out yet, it's just another way of them to try and get back into our good graces, to try and come up with excuses as to why things aren't happening, to go and start blaming us, the gamers and community, for being hateful bigots and hateful people, when we're just sitting here going like, dudes, we just want to play a good game. That's all we want to do. All we really want to do in real life is escape real life and get into a great game and ignore the crap that's going on around us just for an hour or two. That's all we want to do. Listen, Shadows might be a great game. It might be historically amazing. I know there's been some hoopla in the Asian countries about this game. I think that should have been Ubisoft's first clue to just scrap it and redo it. However, Ubisoft has a thing nowadays, and so do other gaming companies, to where they dig their heels in and they will make whatever the hell they want. And remember, if it doesn't do well, it's your fault. So there. So yeah, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadows never really started off on the right foot, and it's not exactly ending on the right foot. And Star Wars Outlaws, well, same. I'm kind of getting, my friends, if you've made it this far into the video, I am sure we might not all agree on some things, and that's fine. You can have your opinion, and I can have my opinion. That's perfectly fine. However, at the end of the day, we're gamers. We just want to game. We want to have fun. We want to get immersed into a story and narrative and in gameplay, to where we're just forgetting all the doldrums and all the crap that's going on in our lives. That's what we want to do. And we don't want to start getting into games that we're just like, oh my God, why are they doing this? Why is this game like this? Why are there so many bugs? Why is this game broken? Because I feel like nowadays gaming companies are more interested in delivering propaganda, delivering an agenda, rather than delivering a good, well-polished game. And Ubisoft, like they said in the article, they're like, listen guys, we're just going to delay because we want to polish some more things up, because Star Wars Outlaws didn't really actually hit the ground running as much as we wanted it to. My prediction is, after this one, you're going to see a lot more people laid off, a lot more people fired in the gaming industry, especially at Ubisoft, because of this. I was hearing numbers between 2,500 and 3,000 people working on Shadows alone, to which I think is just like, oh my God, why? Why are there? Dear God, that's a lot of people. Devs, you guys do an amazing job. You did an incredible hard job, and I give you all the due respect that you deserve for that. But at the end of the day, dear Lord, sometimes I wonder, companies, yeah, I'm not even going to go down that road. Anyways, my friends, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do all the things down there. What do you think about this delay? What do you think about Ubisoft with Star Wars Outlaws or with Shadows? What do you think's going on? What are your personal opinions? Be nice, be civil. That's awesome. We might not agree, and that's totally fine. I don't care. That's okay. Say what you want to say. Just be kind about it, because if you're going to be a douche canoe, you're out. But yeah, put your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button, the bell notification before more gaming news. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Become part of the family here at Boomer Nation, the Freak Show YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. As always, my friends, remember to be kind. It's about community. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day.